What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, The Hype. This is our final of the 15-year anniversary bracket. There's 4 products to remain. We're going to name a winner. If you're like, what are you guys talking about? You got to listen to the prior 4 episodes where we went down bracket style of the best products over the last 15 years. They went head-to-head. We're down to only 4. So put in the comments below your pick of your favorite product over the last 15 years, and maybe some of the ones that we missed. Cody, give us an update on who's left.
All right. Here is our final 4 bracket. In the shiny bracket, Prizm was our winner. In the All About That base bracket, base-heavy products, Topps Flagship, the winner. High-end, Flawless came out on top, and the best of the rest, Bowman, became our champion. So that sets up a matchup of Prizm versus Topps Flagship and Flawless versus Bowman. It evened out. 2 Topps, 2 Panini. It's kind of how that feels right.
And Upper Deck's got bronze.
And Upper Deck, yeah. We
Upper
gave a lot of love.
Upper Deck almost made it. The Cup almost made it.
The Cup put up a great fight. I think the Cup was the Cinderella story of the tournament. Moving on, beating Transcendent, having a chance against Bowman, but just, Bowman just
I think
too tough
actually,
of an
speaking
opponent.
of bronze, we probably do need to have like the 2 go against each other at the end here.
What
maybe
would
for,
be,
like, an honorable mention.
I guess of all the products that didn't make it, what would be the one you would say that probably, well, I guess we'll find out. I mean, we have 4. So
4, and then
whatever
those,
the 2 losers are, we
Yep.
have to pick the, yeah, you're right. That's a good call. We'll figure that out as we dig into this.
Really important to get on the podium.
So,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
They play.
Sells a lot of ad space when you're on the podium.
Yeah.
And,
Exactly.
lasting legacy. So which matchup are we going to go with first here?
Let's start off with Prizm versus Flagship. Kind of an interesting matchup because our shiny final was Prizm versus Topps Chrome, which is just Chrome Flagship in a lot of ways. Obviously, Chrome has different parts to it and different things you don't find in Flagship. Flagship, same thing. But I think it is kind of funny that that's how this matchup all comes down to. It would have been weird if it was Topps Chrome versus Topps Flagship. It's like, I mean, weird matchup. So I'm kind of happy it comes down to this, where we can have some differences of the product. Let's hear it. What do we think?
Yeah, and it's hard to live in the now and know that there might not be any more Prizm. Well, there'll be Prizm Soccer, and there'll be Prizm Rolling Stones, maybe.
There's going to be
hell
Prizm.
yeah.
There's going to be Prizm. Don't worry.
Some kind of Prizm.
There's
some kind of Prizm. And another question is can they still make the NFTs after they lose the license?
Which have, as of this recording, are like making history.
Yes.
Which is not a phrase I thought we'd say in the year 2025. NFT sells for historic amount. I didn't think that'd be a phrase we'd hear in 2025.
Why wasn't Top Shot on the bracket?
Oh man, we
Are they
missed
still
Top
around?
Shot. We missed it. I
Oh,
should probably check a bank statement. I'm still not convinced I got my final payout.
Oh, yeah, I don't think so.
I don't
They're still around. They're still around. You can still buy Top Shot packs if you want.
They were actually, I want to say they were at Fanatics Fest, too. They had like a booth set up there, and
They've carved out their niche.
they're like, buy some 10-second videos, like,
Right.
for a lot of money, or buy a pack with random ones in it.
Still,
So
I'm glad I got out when I did, but though I remember those
that was an addiction.
the second week of that being around, and some of those prices
You could,
were insane.
but you also, they would drop, and you couldn't even get one at one point. Like, we got in really, really early, but when it really started to snowball and get crazy, they would do drops, and you wouldn't even have a chance to get one.
Yeah.
And
be
you're
like in a
right. You're
waiting
right.
room.
You're right. And then you would actually open it. And some of these NFTs, we're going for $400, $500, $600, $700, $1,200.
Well, there was one. I might be totally off, but I feel like I remember a 50 grand one being like a LeBron James one of one.
Oh yeah.
It was like 50K in week 2. We all went, whoa, that seems insane. And guess what? It was. It was insane.
Man, I feel like there was packs that I bought that were $100 and $150 packs.
Yeah, because they started guaranteeing lower numbered ones, and Yeah, it was. What a time. I mean, it seems like it's so long ago, yet it wasn't that long ago.
Still doing it with the NFTs though. We have a lot of unopened Panini NFT packs.
Sounds like it's time to open them.
We'll hang out and open them every once in a while,
Yeah.
but we actually hit a CJ Stroud Gold
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Prism rookie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, what we do is we get around, we open up virtual packs, and we drink virtual beers. So it's like you don't actually even get a buzz going because it's just you're just looking at a picture of a beer, and then you look at a picture of a card, and it's pretty awesome. It's actually that makes you feel more like a millennial.
I like
that.
I like drinking digital beer.
Yeah.
I like that. It's gluten.
Preferably
it's
if
gluten free. There's no guilt.
It
right.
doesn't add on
Yeah.
the LBs.
Preferably
you know?
in the metaverse would be good.
Oh man,
Anyone there?
Could you?
Anyone there
Yeah,
still?
I mean, what happened? But okay, now we're getting on a tangent. What happened to the metaverse?
It's still around.
Remember, you can buy like at one point during the pandemic is a crazy time. You can buy land in the metaverse.
Yes.
You can buy real estate.
It was like a big thing, and it was like you gotta get in.
You gotta
on it.
get in early. You can buy real estate in the metaverse. How is that working out for everybody who dumped their life savings into?
Someone's gonna play this episode 10 years from now and go, "Look at these idiots who didn't buy real estate in the metaverse." They were ahead of the game. They had 3 years ahead of us. So they still didn't do it.
how do you know I didn't?
That's true.
Well, I bought some mana because I was like, all right, I heard that Decentraland was going to be the spot where I could go play like
Oh, right.
poker with my buddies, and I use this mana, and it's going to be the new form of currency. So I'm not even. I bought $500 worth of mana. And I think last time I looked, I had like $5. I had like $500 went to $5.
Ah.
That's how much it
Well,
depreciated.
that's not the appreciation that you're looking for in an investment.
No, not at all.
All it takes is one, sort of, not to get too down here. All it takes is one atomic nuclear apocalypse for all of that to be like, well, now it's all we have is mana.
Yeah,
we need it to survive.
Another vid.
The
Another vid hit.
last of us need
I
mana.
wonder. I wonder if I can figure out how much real estate is going for in the meta.
Yeah, I mean, how's the rates? I mean, is it the same as the Fed rates, like
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
mortgages?
Well,
Shoot, might be. You know, it might be a better time than ever to get in.
If I meet with my realtor, is it virtual?
Didn't Snoop Dogg?
That was a
He had a
big
party.
thing. He had a big
well,
party.
that was the whole thing. It was like
yeah.
you're only gonna have experiences in the meta. Like artists are only gonna play concerts in the meta.
Right. Right.
And then
For-
you don't
they
have to
still
worry
do that
about
on
what you.
Fortnite.
Then you
I'll
don't
say
have to
that.
worry about what you look like at
Right.
all, because you can look like whatever you want to look
The
like.
only
My
one where
thing
that's
is
been
my
successful is
meta
for-
quest that I have, and I've used it maybe twice.
Right.
The battery lasts like 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. I gotta like keep it plugged in, and then I'm like plugged in. I can't go anywhere.
Right. Well, that's.
And I don't see too many people with
Kinda
those
what they want,
Apple those Apple glasses.
Oh, the Apple Visions.
Yeah,
Apple
they're
Vision Pro.
still like $3,500.
They're really expensive. Yeah, I mean, again, I think I bought one and I went.
Go
scuba-
Barry Panthers.
I went.
Shout out to Shane.
Shout out to Shane. Yeah, I went scuba diving and I think I screwed them up. Yeah, so they look like.
You had
scuba-
Apple Vision glasses?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
They
okay.
look like scuba goggles.
They
is
kinda
what I
do.
mean, yeah.
Well, those are the ones that you could wear, and like
But you could still
but
see
you could
everything.
still see through them.
It was augmented reality.
I mean, I
or
guess
VR.
I
You
guess
had
the
to- you could go between
MetaQuest,
both.
the MetaQuest ones are the same thing, but everything's like super fuzzy. Like I wouldn't recommend getting in
No.
your car with the Meta goggles on.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like to just see the world as it is. You know, I think
I
I'm
was
okay.
willing to try them, like maybe if they were like 1,000
Right.
max,
Price point's
but
a
like
little
$3,500. That's a commitment. That's a commitment.
Feels like you have to wear it all the
Wait,
time.
Yeah.
the Apple ones were $3,500.
$3,500 and they haven't gone down. But they're going to change the world.
But supposedly, yeah, you could be like, you can have Slack right here. You can have the game right here. You can, put a to-do list, and you could just be like walking around. You have all this like stuff in front of you. Very
The one
productive.
that made me laugh is when you showed the movies. And it's just like, whoo, it's just like, it shows up as like this big floating screen in your living
Yeah,
room.
and you
It's
can,
like,
like,
just
change
put
the
it on
size.
the TV. You have a big floating screen in your living room. It's called your television. What do you need this for? Anyway.
And then you're like, have guests come over, and you're like, I guess I only got one way to watch TV, so
All right,
I'll
everyone.
narrate for you.
And we get all, yeah, like, all right, so now, Now Iron Man seems to be taking off the
I
gauntlet.
love the fact that, like, if you were to have, like, 4 people come over, you'd have to, like, all sync it at the same time.
Probably, yeah.
You know,
Everyone, 3, 2, 1, play.
Well, wasn't that, we'll get right back on this matchup here, but wasn't there like a 3D TV that came out too, and you had to
3D TV?
but
Sony.
everybody had to have glasses, so it's
Yeah.
like
I had a buddy who had a 3D TV, and we watched something. I think we watched the first Avatar on there.
you had to have glasses on.
You needed glasses, and I think, though, it was like if we had 4 people trying to watch it, couldn't do it. Luckily, that night, we're like, okay, I got 3 pairs of glasses. There's 3 of us.
I know, it
Great.
would-
We can
but
all
see,
enjoy Avatar
I think it
tonight.
was like, and I think back then it was like an $8,000 TV.
It was really expensive.
And the glasses were like $200.
And I remember ESPN was trying to go, and like there's ESPN 3D. There was all of these places trying to do 3D channels, 3D everything, and I mean, gone.
Yeah, couldn't you
in a
like?
year.
That would be a terrifying moment. You're like, okay, I have like 4 glasses. I invited 3 people over, and then one guy brings his other buddy, and you're like, there's one guy that's not gonna be able to watch this thing at all.
Right.
Like,
I mean, we
It
can
was
keep
a
on.
massive
We
miscalculation.
can keep on talking about the the failure of trying to produce 3D for the consumer electronics world.
Yeah.
Because there was also wasn't there like Virtual Mario that was like a
Virtual Boy.
that was like also goggles.
But you had to like go like this inside of the V. Yeah,
But it was all red. There was nothing 3D about it.
Yeah.
There was other. It was like we just have a screen that's just pixelated red characters
On your
the
face.
most like
On your face.
cumbersome, weird looking thing you've ever seen in your life. Like which I think they just announced they're gonna have some. You can play the games on Switch 2 now.
You could make
It's a
an
big thing they
argument
just
that
announced.
the best we've ever done in society for 3D were the red
Red and blue. Yeah,
like cardboard.
Did you still get a
glasses.
movie sometimes if you go
Like,
see it?
that
that
is-
is look the
That's
last
the best we've done.
It's the second time I mentioned Avatar, but the last Avatar got me back on board with like 3D could still work for movies. This because if you do the right movie and you film it the right way, it could still absolutely take you to
The
some cool places.
last 3D movie I went to the theater and saw was one of the Final Destinations.
That's kind of a fun one to watch.
It
in
was
3D.
it was good. It was good. I mean, it was the one with the started with the racetrack.
Yeah.
So there was like the tires like flying at you and
Nice.
stuff like that.
That's a good 3D.
I mean,
use.
I think I saw that one too.
Yeah, but that's
right.
3D, dude. So where does 3D come up on our?
Are there any lenticulars you can pull from these? That's the closest we've got to 3D. No, I don't think Prizm or actually, what set was it that recently? Is it Heritage that came with 3D glasses? Was it Topps Heritage? Or?
Yeah, to throw back to that year of 3D glasses.
where they had a 3D card. There was a 3D insert, and it had the red and blue 3D glasses. And I remember we were ripping it.
The
Everybody
industry,
wanted 'em.
the industry standard 3D glasses.
We randomed the 3D glasses at the end of the break because I was like about to be done with it, and people were like, "Why are you doing those 3D glasses? We want those 3D glasses." Like,
Yeah, of
all
course.
right.
When you tell somebody they can't have something.
Yeah, just random.
back in the 80s, they also had, and Doug probably had some of these too. Sports flicks.
Yeah.
They were the cards that like
Yeah.
you'd basically they would
It like
had-
move
Be
around.
like
move
bury
around.
here and then you
move.
bury there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
It was
I-
literally like 2 or 3 photos that it would just like kind of mix in.
I am surprised that we have not gone back to that technology and reintroduced that.
Topps had Topps 3D, but I think it was an online only because I think I have a Shohei Ohtani.
I'm
There's a
talking.
Bowman in 3D insert. But
I'm
it's
talking
not
about like these were like kind of
Right.
thicker cardstock, and they had like it was like a vinyl top to them.
Yeah, moving images,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, my son has a book of like animals on the like jungle animals that like you move the page and it does that, and he's obsessed with it. So yeah, we need to bring that technology back to cards.
Well, and I think that's what's going to influence my pick is because we've got Flagship, and it's been around since I was a kid. I had it underneath the tree, and granted, yeah, we've introduced autos and relics and short prints over the years, and Flagship kind of still remains the same. Prizm debuted in 2012. It was on the heels of, we're missing Topps Chrome basketball. We don't have Topps Chrome basketball. We need something that's going to emulate that. Panini took a risk, and they innovated a lot of things with the Prizm brand. And for that reason, I am going to take Prizm in this regard because Flagship is Flagship. It is the Coca-Cola. It is the, it is the Wonder Bread of all breads. It's the Kleenex of tissues. It's going to always be good. But Prizm took a risk and created a phenomenon. And for that reason, I'm going with Prizm.
Yeah, I mean, I do love some Topps Flagship. some years more than others. Like 87, the brown border 87 is a classic design. Even like 2010, 2011 like designs were really, really good. But Prizm, I mean, I also remember a time where Prizm came out, and it was actually in the same category as Flagship. Like, it was entry level. It was an entry level product. It was something that, like, you would get it from a distributor and you wouldn't get allocated. If you were crazy and you said, I want 100 cases, you better believe there's going to be 100 cases showing up. There was no like, sorry, this is allocated. You're going to get 3 cases, 2 cases. You're going to get 8 boxes. No, It was like you always had to be understanding the situation that if you asked for something, you were going to get it.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think if you said, okay, we're running the best product of the last 100 years, Flagship, no doubt. It's what our fathers have collected. Now that we're going on so many years of having it, but in this microcosm of 15 years that led into the revolutionary of live commerce, Prizm kind of held the candle to create that to happen. So if you're looking at 15 years, what product had the most impact between Prizm and Flagship? It's Prizm.
When was the year where Prizm became like the go-to? Let's just go ahead and say go-to like basketball product.
Was it Karl Anthony Towns?
So
the year after Karl Anthony Towns, and this is we talked about this.
Like when silvers became like literally the industry standard when it came to like a rookie card.
Yeah, I mean, there is a rumor that surfaced around back then. I believe that was 15-16 rookie year because it was Wiggins was 14-15, and I think Cat was 15-16.
Yeah, because
Prizm Silvers.
Simmons was 16-17.
Yeah, Prizm Silvers were, $5-6 before that. Base was like $1. Prizm Silvers were like $5-6. And then over one summer, I'm not like one off season, right after Cat played, there's a rumor that there was a group of guys, like 20, 30 guys, that remain anonymous, that spent some time collecting all of these silvers for like $7, $8 on the dollar, and then all of a sudden, like, started shill bidding their own silvers to get to a point where this was now a $200 card. That's the rumor. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but what it did was it was like, oh, these things are, this is the new refractor. Like, it made the public aware by all this action of this Karl Anthony Towns silver. It made the public aware that this is now a new card to want to collect. So then the next year, Simmons, $300 card, $400 silver, $500 silver.
Yep.
And it just
it
kind
also
of
helped that Ben Simmons was an Upper Deck exclusive and didn't have autographs. So it actually put even more of a value on his rookies and silvers and colors.
Which, if you do want to get into the conspiracy theory that there was 20 or 30 guys that just bought each other's Karl Anthony Towns for a while to make the price go up, they were preparing for Simmons because they had already known that Simmons was an Upper Deck exclusive and that the only value is going to be in his regular rookie cards. So if we take the next best guy before, which is Towns, and make his value go up, Ben Simmons is only going to top that in hype.
Boy.
I think we just cracked the code.
You know what? I was so ready to go, yeah, it's Prizm, but telling me this now, I'm like, well, it's all based on a lie. Why would I pick Prizm?
Allegedly.
You
can't keep the lie going
allegedly.
forever.
Yes.
It's like they kind of just shill bid at the beginning, and then it set the price, and everybody's paying that now. And then which led to, obviously Luka coming out, and then you go to Zion, which obviously right now is a huge flop. But like Zion represented, if you want to think of an athlete that represented the pandemic, it's Zion.
Yep.
He 100% represented what card collecting was in the pandemic because, he killed it in college. His shoe blew out. This guy was doing phenomenal dunks and big guy, and we've needed a next star, and we kind of as a hobby nominated this guy to be the big star, and then everybody was at home because of the pandemic and they were all getting in on breaks. So it just all kind of came into fruition. And then after that, the sneakerheads got in and they wanted the silver Prizms, and then they wanted the gold Prizms, and then they wanted all these parallels to follow. And it just went crazy.
I feel
everything.
like I feel like silver Zions were going for almost 10 grand at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were.
thousands.
Yep. Crazy how much they've.
And that
fallen.
one, if you remember, that one was hard to grade because it was dimpled and it had like a very bad centering. So it was very hard to get a 10 in that time. So, but yeah, and then now you have so many iterations of Prizm. You have Deca Prizm. You have all these different parallels that people love, and I think for that, it's really led to the 20-sums getting into cards.
And we're gonna see the debut of Prizm Black in its own.
And its
release,
own set.
an own set.
Yeah.
And I have been saying that they should be, because that debuted, I believe, in Chronicles. I don't know what year Chronicles, but I was like, this set looks so good that I know at some point they're going to create a set just based on Prizm Black, and they have, and they did.
Well, it's the last. They had to come up with a couple ideas.
Too. The last.
Well, they didn't come up with an idea. They just rehashed an idea that they had in Chronicles. And
I guarantee there'll probably be one auto so they can make as many boxes as possible. They won't have to use the autos. I don't know without looking at the sell sheet. Maybe it is 2 autos, but you would assume that they would make many varieties of this, being that they have till October 1st to kind of clear out this license and make the most amount of money that there is to make on basketball at the time being. So Cody hasn't voted yet, though.
I
so
haven't.
I don't know if I don't know if I technically made it official, but
Doug's going Prizm.
I'm going Prizm.
Well, yeah. I want to just say on the way out,
Cody,
Topps Flagship, I love you.
Don't get discouraged. Your vote matters.
It matters. My vote matters. I love you, Topps Flagship. You're the reason I collect. It's what I collected as a kid.
We should have had
Number
silent
one thing.
votes that we just open up at the same time. Like we didn't say it. We just.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah. I would have next for next time. But I think everything you mentioned, you made the point, Doug, of like it's the last 15 years, and to me, yeah, Prizm is the product for, football, basketball, obviously. And yeah, if I'm gonna pick Prizm over Topps Chrome, I can't pick Flagship over Prizm. It just doesn't really make sense. So I'm going Prizm. There you go.
But I think the hobby would miss Flagship more than they would miss Prizm, though. I think.
I think that's fair.
Because that is the entry level. You go to Target and find those sets. You can find, it's.
I will also say that, like, for the set builder collector, they're way more inclined to build a flagship set than somebody building a Prizm set.
And the fact is, I'm probably going to still buy a flagship, like a box of Flagship hobby over a Prizm hobby.
Yeah.
Part of that's price point.
Have you guys ever seen somebody come in with a Prizm binder?
No.
No, I've never seen.
And have you ever seen like a team set being sold at a store that's Prizm?
No.
Nope.
But I have the Giants World Series sets over the years from Top Series 1.
Gosh. You know what? Nah, I already picked Prizm. So, all right.
Tough.
It's Prizm. It's Prizm, unfortunately.
All time, Prizm doesn't stand up. But 15 years.
Absolutely. I think that's the difference. Yeah, all time. It's a little different. But all right, so Prizm's in the final. Who will it take on? Flawless or Bowman?
Oh,
this is a toughie. Well, I don't know if it's a toughie. I want to hear what you. I'll just say, for me, Bowman is kind of the best of. It's like kind of the best of everything. It is a collector set. It is a set that someone could come in with a binder full of Bowman, with all the base, whatever. It's also a set where you're chasing huge autographs.
Never seen anybody come
in with
seen it. Never seen him come with a binder of Flawless.
No, you ain't never seen anybody come in with a binder of Flawless. If they did, my God, that's quite a flex. Just an old scrappy binder.
I got this complete set. It's just it's 2017-18 Flawless.
Literally, the cards are like tearing the little openings apart because they're so thick. Bowman can be that. It can be a set builder set. It can also be I'm chasing autos, the biggest guys. I love the mystery of it. Flawless, there's no doubt about it. Some of the best looking cards. Changed the game in so many ways for high end. But this is one where I am going to go Bowman.
You are.
Maybe I'm out of my mind.
You're stoned.
I know I am.
You're out of your
I
mind.
still haven't made my decision.
That's why I had to get ahead. The fact of Bowman.
You better.
But you know what's great? You know what's great about Bowman, and you don't get this with Flawless. You don't get it. You're not like. you're sitting at a dinner table and you're like talking to somebody that doesn't collect cards, and you're like, wow, this Jason Dominguez card sold for $500,000. People are like, who's Jason
What?
Dominguez?
Yeah.
Like
Where's
if you went like, well, Steph Curry logo man sold for $100,000. Oh yeah,
Right.
Steph Curry's a great player.
Right.
But like with Bowman, you're like, yeah, there's a Wyatt Langford card sold for $20,000. People are like, what?
And that to me is the other part. Is like just to me the ripping. I love ripping into Bowman. Just
I think having that conversation, they hear that they don't know the player, and they're like, okay, well, you're just making this up.
Yes.
Sure, fine,
100%.
whatever. But the fact that you can get cards out of Bowman, some of the biggest cards that are just as big as anything out of Flawless, says everything to me about Bowman and its standing. That it can be, again, it can be what you want it to be, but the fact that you can get a Mike Trout card that's millions of dollars, and it might be bigger than almost any,
Not now.
close to any. Well, no, sure, fine, whatever.
But at the time,
Work with me.
Vegas Dave.
Yeah,
I am.
that to me is impressive. And
I'm trying to break
that's why I've
down.
gone
Trying to
for it.
break down your argument.
Yeah,
Trying to break it down.
yeah, you can
Because
get.
I can't believe this is going to go down this way, but I have a feeling I know which way Doug is going to go.
I know,
And I
also just got to go with my heart too. You know, listen to your heart.
I'm in the moment. I'm debating both, but like, obviously the cost of entry is significantly lower in Bowman.
Maybe.
And the Bowman is the long play. Like I mentioned on the last bracket show is you can get a guy and you haven't completely lost money yet. I mean, if you get you go backwards and you open and you get a Marvin Bagley as your main hit and Flawless, you're pretty much stuck. I guess at the time he sold okay, but like it might take 4 or 5 years for these guys to make it to the majors,
Right.
and
You might have
that
pulled
point,
get a Harry Giles.
Yeah. You might have pulled the Marvin Bagley of Bowman hits, and you go, oh, man. But you're like, well, maybe in 4 years, he won't be the Marvin Bagley of Bowman.
I mean, just imagine how much your life has changed in 4 years since you pulled that card, and now he's finally in the majors. You're like, yeah, I remember I was, I actually had a lot more hair. I had like a goatee at that time, and now it's like 4 years later. There's no basketball or football card you can ever get that with that.
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, how about SGA? Like his cards are.
He's always been good, though.
He's been good, but
I would argue, though, he's an exception.
In
not
18,
the rule.
19 Flawless, you didn't hit that and go like,
No.
I got paid.
And you can say Brunson, too.
And Brunson?
Brunson
Yeah.
is in the same boat.
But I get what you guys are saying.
Well, it's
but,
just because baseball has such a long development period.
But even the increase we've seen in basketball flawless patch autos in the last like 5 years, like look at the Curry stuff. Like there's Curry stuff that 5, 6, 7 years ago in flawless for a patch auto you can get for like $800. Now it's like 8, 9, 10 grand for the same card. Like you don't see that with a lot. There's sections, there's smaller sections of Bowman where you can go back, but there's a lot of duds in Bowman. Even 5 years later, like that dude wasn't worth anything, and now he's not worth anything, even though it's been 5 years. We always like to talk about, there's that what if,
Right.
like what if he puts it together. There's more often than not, they're not going to
there's a
put it
1%
together.
chance, but you're saying there's a chance.
Case in point, the 2020 class, which 2020 Bowman is still very good with having Bobby Witt in there. Tarek Skubal is the first Bowman in there, which has added value, but Dominguez has been fine. He's not been the guy.
Yeah,
the other Robert Poisson, that guy.
Not even pitcher, right?
He converted to a pitcher. He did not play at all in 2020.
Never good
didn't
if
work.
somebody is a hitter and they convert to a pitcher because it wasn't really working out as a hitter.
Right.
Never
So,
good.
yes, it can happen where we're all chasing one guy
you could
and we forget about him
you can
instantly.
also get a little nuts with some of these prospect pricing out of the gate. Jason Dominguez, there's probably people who went out and spent way too much money on
Shine
Jason
spent
Dominguez.
$500,000 on the Superflex.
Right.
And that does not look good now.
Looks terrible.
I feel it's a
But the
little.
Yankees are going to make the playoffs. What if Dominguez is the World
I
Series
feel it's a
MVP?
little safer with flawless because you could invest X amount of dollars into a Tom Brady patch auto or a Patrick Mahomes patch auto
Right.
or a Josh Allen or one of these blue chip players, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, like patches. And your investment in quotes is a lot safer than going all in on a prospect that could pan out. And if he does, you can do very well financially. But if he doesn't, you have zero chance of ever getting any money back out of it. So
It's fair.
that being said, I'm going Flawless.
Yeah, it's tough because Flawless is flawless. It's picked to be the best players, the best rookies. You even see Panini condense the guys that they have in Origins. They're not putting 15 of the rookies in Flawless. They're picking the best crop of rookies that they feel to be in Flawless. So it's almost like fishing in a man-made pond. You're obviously spent the money to catch the fish, and you're going to catch a fish no matter what. You don't know what that size of that fish is going to be, but you're going to catch a fish guaranteed. Bowman is about the hunt. It's about waiting. It's about getting a card and seeing if it's going to work, going to a minor league game and maybe watching your favorite player if he comes to your town. Maybe, Drew Jones or something comes to your town. You want to see what he looks like. You remember you pulled that Bowman in a break, and you're hoping he does well because you got a gold Bowman. Yeah. You don't get that with Flawless.
Yeah,
you don't get the rise. You don't get the from $1 to 1,000 and 2,000, whatever. But I get what you're saying.
For every Ryan Mountcastle, there's a million Josh Akamis.
They're both in the same category.
I was about to say Ryan Mountcastle might be a little closer to Josh Ockamy at
Ryan
this point.
Mountcastle is a ball player in the starting lineup every single
that's
day.
what this
for
is
the
all
Orioles.
about.
The stats.
The stats aren't great, but he is a professional major league starter.
This is what this is all about. Is Dan's Josh
I don't even
Ockamy
know
collection.
if that's
what
true
it is.
at this point. I don't know if he's starting every day.
When the Giants played the Orioles, he was in the lineup.
Currently 5 home runs.
He was hurt. He's banged up.
2 sub 300 on base percentage.
I mean,
256 average.
Yeah, 256. That's
actually be leading the Giants.
That's actually pretty good.
657 OPS. So
yeah, he's a good ball player.
82 games.
He's a fine ball player. He's a good.
Below
I wouldn't call him a fine ball player. I would call him fine. He's fine. Look, would I like to have him on my bench? Sure.
Oh, he would be starting for the Giants. You can throw him right in the lineup.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, and again, there's a lot of Gary Brown type of investments in Bowman as well.
Yep.
There are. And that's why I think, too, the fun of it is you find guys. And
Wander Franco. I mean, the guy had all the potential.
Right. Exactly. To me, it's always about finding the guys who are not that top 5, 6, but then the next 7 to 20 who are in that rank. If you had to rank these guys, that's to me the fun zone is basically everybody after those top guys, because you never know with it, and that's to me where there is always the most potential for growth as well, because people just aren't looking at those guys, not chasing and prospecting those guys nearly as much. Yes, out the gate, initial prospect prices of the biggest chases are insane, and you should almost never buy those out the gate. But one, hitting it would be awesome, and 2, it's about these mystery guys to me.
I think I figured out what's going to make me make my decision here, because I think if you look at a basketball collector or a football collector, you can make an argument for football collectors to the best card they're going to want is National Treasures, right? RPA. They'd be like, okay, I want a National Treasure. Well, you could also make an argument that they could have a flawless RPA, but there's not a clear-cut argument there. If you are a baseball Aaron Judge collector, you have the first Bowman auto. That's it. There's undoubted. There's no argument against it. You can't say Topps Chrome rookie is better than Bowman. You can't say Dynasty is better than Bowman. You can't say Finest is better than Bowman. For the last 20-something years, the best card of a baseball player is their first Bowman, and that's why it wins for me.
Bowman moves on to the final.
You guys are ridiculous. I mean,
is my argument not valid?
So
you're right.
So when Flawless comes out, I'm gonna be like, don't even worry about watching the breaks, guys, because this doesn't really do it for you.
Sorry.
Go back and go watch a 50-case player break.
Hey, Bowman Chrome's coming out next week, baby.
Bowman Chrome.
I mean, wait, hold on.
It's already
out. It's already out.
Look,
yeah,
we've been chasing
Bowman
Josh
drafts
Swan
when
you guys were
this.
glued. You guys were basically just glued to your 10-case player breaks.
Yeah, 100%.
And while I was just
I'm in.
hanging out watching some Flawless.
Get some base refractors, Can you get any base cards with Flawless?
You don't need. You get the gems.
Who needs base?
You get the gems. You don't. I will say I think if we were to ask the audience on this one, I think they would side with me.
I think it'd be. I think it would
No,
be.
I think so too.
I think it'd be by a little bit split.
No, it would be flawless. At least the younger demographic would definitely be flawless.
It's really hard to compare a baseball collector and a football basketball collector too. Is also the problem.
There's also flawless baseball.
There is.
Is barely.
And guess what? I'd rather have a first Bowman of the best player of my favorite player than a great flawless of my favorite player.
You rather just than a flawless like bat knob?
If you gave me the first Bowman, like a number like 25
It'll
or less
just say
first
so.
Bowman of my
So
favorite
you-
player, yeah.
So you would
I'll take
want.
that.
So you have a choice between a first Bowman of Buster Posey.
Like base, or what are we talking here?
Let's, for sake of argument, we'll say refractor auto,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Refractor auto, or you can have non-rookie, but game-used bat knob of Buster Posey.
I think I want the first Bowman.
Yeah.
Okay,
I want the first Bowman.
Yeah, I mean, no, I get it. Like, you've made your bed, and you gotta,
Exactly.
you
I'm
gotta,
gonna
you gotta
sleep in it.
basically go along with it. But
But it's the first Bowman. The bat knob is, again, it's not his rookie. It could be any old bat knob.
Okay,
It could be used on a game where he went 0 for 4 and he struck out
Okay.
3 times.
Okay,
I
you
don't know
could
if
have
he
a-
has
you could have
games
a-
like
you
that.
could have a-
I mean,
That's
you
a
could have
license.
okay, vintage Bowman Willie Mays.
Which is literally my Grail card, yes.
Okay, or a flawless game-used Willie Mays bat knob.
I'm taking the Bowman.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm taking the Bowman.
I mean,
That's a tough one because that's literally one of my all-time favorite cards. And I'd take that in like a 1, like at a 0.5, and I'd be like thrilled. So yeah. Anyway.
Everybody, Bowman's recognizable, man. Like it's how everybody starts.
Yeah.
You get in on Bowman, and if you're a baseball collector, you stick with Bowman. You get your guys. You can try to chase your Bryce Eldridge, or try to chase your next big guy that's going to be on your team.
If Flagship is the Coca-Cola of base of cards, Bowman's the Jack and Coke. It's got a little
Cherry
something
Coke?
extra in it. Maybe the Cherry Coke. It's got a little something extra in it, but it's still that old. It's got that familiar taste, but a little something extra. You know?
What's flawless? Like a 24-ounce monster?
Yeah, basically.
Mickey's.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All right, the final is here. Here it comes down to Bowman and Prizm. Bowman.
I can't
versus
believe we're
Prizm.
not talking flawless right now.
We're
this
not
is,
doing
this
it,
is,
I'm
This
sorry.
is insane. Okay.
We're not. I'm sorry. That's why I had to come out strong initially for Bowman because
For third and
I kinda
fourth,
knew where
it'd
the wind was going to
be
blow.
flawless versus
Flag. Okay, how about this? Flawless is on the podium. I think we can agree.
against which one?
Flagship.
Oh, come on.
Flawless is on the
Yeah, it's
podium.
bronze. We can
It's
nominate that
bronze.
bronze.
It was a big upset, but it's bronze. It's not happy about that third place. It's on that podium, kind of looking like with a little bit of a half smile, a half frown, but it's there.
I have a feeling I know how this is going to turn out.
I don't know.
I don't know yet either.
We better get a lot of allocation for Bowman, I'll tell you that.
Well, we're not getting a lot of allocation from Prizm anymore.
Well, gosh. This is a really, I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Can we? Well, we can't just say I don't know.
Well, of course not.
Hey, well,
then we
Bowman,
don't have a podcast.
Bowman baseball is better than Prizm baseball.
That's fair. Sure. I would take Prizm basketball over Bowman Chrome University basketball. Although that first Bowman Crow U was pretty good. With the first chance for Wemby autos. First chance for Caitlin Clark autos came out of there.
That was pretty good.
There
First
is
Bowman.
that. Had LeBron stuff.
You don't. We can't be comparing Bowman University to Prizm.
No. I'm just
But
throwing it
also,
out.
I think we're looking at.
They have Prizm draft baseball.
They do. Prizm Collegiate Draft Football is underrated.
You know what's actually like up 90% is the 2000 Tom Brady Bowman cards.
Didn't even think about that.
So that's exciting to hear.
Yeah, and the Bowman.
I mean,
Chrome.
that's very exciting to hear.
Right.
I'm very excited to hear that.
I don't know if it's just the Bowman or the Bowman Chrome, but yeah, we
Right.
have a couple boxes. We have some,
No,
It's-
and we have some cards too.
I think this is an interesting matchup, too, because there's a lot of stuff, and this is going to be an argument for Prizm, that I think Bowman specifically has borrowed from Prizm. A lot of the insert, I mean, Helix was a Topps Chrome thing, but We've seen some of the SPs and inserts and that type of stuff that they have started to sprinkle into some of the Bowman SKUs. Topps Chrome did the same thing. So again, the influence of Prizm, where Topps is like, we have to put sprinkle a little bit of Prizm into all of our products. That counts for Bowman too.
But you also got to look at it right now and go, just take short prints into the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Which short prints are better, Prizm or Bowman short prints?
Prizm.
Prizm, right?
Prizm.
We can all
It's
agree.
Prizm.
We can all agree on that,
It's
right?
Prizm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Look, I kind of know where I'm
The
leaning
Topps
on this.
Chrome Hidden Gems, though, kind of underrated.
Yeah.
And they're across all their products.
Right.
I mean, I think Color Blast is too. But
I like the addition of the GPK stuff in Bowman. That's fun.
yeah, I guess Paul Skeen signed one.
Yeah, all of them have
this
it
release
like
that just came out.
I think the one of ones are all on card in Bowman Chrome, and there's like a blank space at the bottom to put the actual name of whatever that GPK card was, and they are the ones who write that in. It's kind of fun. I don't know how much that does for me though, to like write it in, but that's a different argument.
God. This is like a coin flip here. It's really tough.
It is a coin flip.
Who wants to make their vote first?
I mean, I'm trying. I'm doing the. I have X amount of dollars, and I'm gonna go into a card shop, and I can either buy Prizm or I can buy Bowman. And where do I go?
And at this point, the Prizm is going to be more than Bowman, but not by nearly as much as it was 5, 6, 7 years ago.
I mean, I
There's
could
not that much
probably,
of- not as big of a price
buy
difference.
2 boxes of Bowman
Right, for the price of one.
for a price of 1 Prizm.
Right.
Like a hobby.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe not super jumbo.
Yeah. So that being said, I can't. Because I know, one box of Prizm, you're taking a risk. But if you get 2 boxes of a Bowman flagship,
Right.
jumbo, you're getting 6 autos. You might get some more color, value-wise, and I think I'm gonna base it on value. I think I'm going Bowman.
Ooh. Okay.
Cody, you want to go next?
Yeah. You know, as much as I was arguing Bowman, I know it. Look, we gotta make things interesting here. No, but I mean this. I'm not just saying this. I think there is something to be said about the influence of a product, and if you're looking at this time frame we're looking at, few products, if any, were as influential as Prizm. Maybe you can say flawless, but it's another thing.
That ship has sailed.
It's gone. They're third
gone.
place. They
Yeah.
got their bronze. They're happy with it. Gosh. I think I'm gonna say Prizm. I'm gonna go Prizm.
I gotta go back through the tape and make sure that you have voted Prizm on every single one, because if you voted against Prizm,
I never voted against Prizm.
And then we
I never voted
basically look at this and
Watch the tape.
It's
I
like-
never voted against Prizm.
So Cody really liked Optic, but Prizm got through, and then Prizm ends up winning.
I remember how broken up I was about picking Prizm over Topps Chrome. But as we've gone on here, it has kind of like the reality of like how big Prizm is in this space, and how, I mean, I just say, like, I can tell you as a producer of this show, like, when we are doing price comps for football, for basketball, it's never give me the Optic prices, give me the contender, it's give me the silver Prizm prices. Give me a base silver price of, we're comparing these 5 quarterbacks this week. We're comparing these 5 NBA players this week. Now, for baseball, Bowman is the one we use. But I think you add in all the other sports.
But you know what it does, and I'm favoring your argument in that sense, because you could look that up across all sports. But like if you look at Bowman, you're like, well, he has an auto, but then the base is significantly, like, the base has never been there.
Right.
Right. I mean, you get a super fractor of a guy, it's going to sell for a while, but like you can't take the refractor of Ronald Acuna and it's going to be close to the auto of Ronald. It's not. It's far, and like they've never had the value.
I think
the Bowman.
the comparison on a player is their true flagship rookie. And that's what people really like look towards. I don't think a non-auto, I'm talking just non-auto first Bowmans, I don't think those have ever had like the desire and the collectability as their first true rookie card.
Yeah, right. So then, in that regard, you go to Topps, but for football and basketball over the last 13 years has been the silver or the base or the green or the gold or whatever. It's all the same card.
I'm not trying to influence anybody, but didn't we just have a conversation about like this is the undisputed #1 card you would ever want to get as a baseball collector if you can get their first Bowman auto?
You're not wrong.
I don't. I just want to reiterate before we start making decisions. I just want to reiterate that was said. I don't know, 10 minutes ago.
We're talking about two of the biggest products, it's the fact that it's come down to these two. The fact it's hard to make a choice here. It really, it's kind of it's a coin flip. It truly is a coin flip. But yeah, I'm sticking with Prizm.
Yeah, I know, and I think the innovation of Bowman. No. I think the innovate, and also it's like kind of in memorial. It's like a memorial right now. We're recapping 15 years. We're not going to see much Prizm.
Maybe that's it too.
And I think what you're going to
remember, like under the umbrella, you got Bowman Sterling.
Yes.
You have Bowman's Best,
and those will continue to live on.
You have Bowman Inception. You had Bowman Transcendent.
Yeah.
I mean, you had
one and done.
You had Bowman.
I think what Prizm did and will continue to live on is going to be seen in if Topps. So let's take football into account. Like they're probably going to bring back Bowman for football, just like with Tom Brady, what they have the rookie, the refractor and stuff. That might be the new silver because I can't see Topps Chrome having the silver be like Prizm. So they might use Bowman to be like the new silver, the new color, whatever, and then they'll have Topps Chrome based on the autographs. But I think you're going to see a lot of these innovations that happen in Prizm follow with the new regime with Topps and Fanatics when they have the license. I think you're going to see a lot of these things that they created with Panini live on through that. So I think for that, the game changer, 15 years, Prizm is my pick.
There you go. My God.
It's funny. We just flipped it on it. We went Bowman.
I know. we both picked Bowman over Flawless, but then, sorry, Bowman. Prizm's the winner.
And I promise, and I actually feel like this whole show is scripted. But it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. I just want to, again, say that we just got done having a conversation saying this is the #1 card you could ever get.
Every matchup is different, okay? Every matchup's different. You got to game plan differently when you're playing.
And then you guys basically like
when you're playing the Bengals versus when you're playing the Chargers.
Dan thought it was gonna be a clean Bowman sweep.
I was like, I'm like
the way we were talking about Bowman.
In my mind, I'm like, oh, there's no doubt Cody 100% is gonna go Bowman. He loves baseball. He just got done saying how much he loves Bowman. I'm like, Doug is definitely gonna go Bowman. He just got done saying how much he loves Bowman. #1 card you can ever get, Bowman. I was like, Flawless. And then we throw Prizm in there. You guys, when you start talking Prizm,
I already know.
Bowman can't even put Bowman in the same conversation.
I already know our listeners and viewers are going to probably point out some contradictions of things that we voted on, especially me. I threw out some history stuff and all that kind of contradicts everything I just said in the final one, but I have to stick with it. It felt right. Like at the end of the day, like when for the final matchup, you kind of have to we've been arguing these products now this is our 5th episode. This one, you just kind of have to go with your gut. Like, what felt right?
It's kind of like
Prizm felt right.
It's kind of like putting
Flawless felt right.
No, Bowman felt right.
Flawless felt right. But I was like,
Bowman felt right.
I was able to go, okay, well, Bowman's in.
So
I'm gonna hitch my wagon to the Bowman train here.
So if Flawless had won there, you would have been like Flawless all the way.
Flawless
is
all the way
over Prizm.
Flawless over Prizm.
Okay.
But I still don't understand how Flawless did not get to the final.
I still think if Flawless,
okay, yeah.
And then when we got to the final, I think
we need to do this with 5 people.
I think with,
Sure.
sure. I think with Prizm at the end, it kind of felt like, getting Clayton Kershaw in that last All-Star game. It's not going to play again. You know what I mean? It's like it gave me a little more of a nod to Prizm because it's like all these great memories that we may not have anymore, all these great innovations.
But it's
like Bowman's going to continue on, and so is Flawless. Well, not Flawless, but so Bowman's going to continue on.
Right.
But we may not have Prizm
We
basketball
will
or
have
football again.
We'll have Prizm.
No,
Hey,
we won't.
an incredible rise from being you talked about the whole history of that product to where it is now, where it is very much, I don't want to say gold standard because that's it's a different product. We've brought this up. But it's the top of the food chain for basketball and football collectors in a lot of ways when it
I'm
comes
glad
to those
they never
types of
came out
cards.
with a product called Top of the Food Chain.
Top of the food chain would be look.
No,
Topps,
and
Panini, Upper Deck. Call me.
I mean, look at it this way too. If you go into a whatnot stream of a guy doing singles, 50% of them are Prizm cards. 50 easily, maybe 80%. Oh, we got a Shingun orange. Oh, we got a Jason Tatum silver. It's like so much more accessible to like move and trade. You don't really see.
Oh, you mean?
I was gonna say if it's baseball though, it would be Bowman.
Would you say Prizm cards are more liquid?
Yes.
Yep. That's
More liquid.
More liquid.
Yep. Now you may have a guy that's running some Bowman slabs, but if he, if he brings out, I don't know, Marco Luciano, it's probably not going to go for what it's supposed to go for because not everybody in the world knows who Luciano is at the time, unless you're in a room full of baseball collectors. But you pull out that Jason Tatum, the guy just went to the finals, won the finals. I'm going to bid on this guy. I want this card in my PC. I don't have one yet.
Yeah.
So, and it's a way to say goodbye. So,
well, hopefully the audience got my back.
yeah.
I wanted,
comment below. I want to
Yes.
know.
Are we insane for not putting Flawless through?
Yes.
Are we just absolutely out of our minds?
Yes.
No, not at all.
Yep.
I stand by it.
Well, and that is going to be it for that. I want to actually see if Alex can predict what we picked.
Actually, it's a good call.
But check out the next episode, guys. We'll be back next week on The Hype. Follow us at Mojobreak_com and more, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.